Welcome back to another episode of the Leverkusen career mode. We're towards the very business end of the season and possibly the series as well. We are in the last month of full-on football here, where we are currently sitting first in the league with 0 losses still. We are still trying to do the invincible run. We are 6 points clear off of Bayern Munich, so it's honestly not that far off. If we fumble a couple games here against Hoffenheim, against Borussia Dortmund, in which we do have to play them, and Hoffenheim will be up first. We also have Inter Milan in the Champions League semifinals. We faced off against them in the Europa League semifinals. We beat them and took them down. We faced them off in the group stages, and I think we both split a game each. And we now find ourselves back against each other in the semifinals. EA just cannot get rid of this Bayer Leverkusen versus Inter Milan matchup. The other semifinals, it's a very stacked one, and Manchester City and PSG. First game, it's against Hoffenheim, but first we got to get past Gladbach. And Gladbach, I don't know who is injured, don't know, but it's 3-1 win. Jurrien Timber is back from injury. He can rejoin first team training sessions. He might be back fully for that Champions League final if we get there. He's obviously probably not going to play anymore of the season, just like real life with Arsenal. He probably won't play. He might play a final game. Obviously, I'm recording this ahead of time. As again, I'm literally recording this after, right, like a second after that last episode wrapped up. It's getting hot over here where I live, so I got to get these recordings done before it gets too hot in the day and my PC turns into absolute flames. So yeah, we record early in the mornings. We put the fan on during the rest of the day and we just chill out. Let's take on Hoffenheim now. Fabio Vieira is probably their best player in that team, and we have 2 players out on red card suspension, so that is not good. Archie Gray will come in for him. Jurrien Timber is back on the bench already. And then Mullen will come off for Tella. Tella's first game in a long time is actually kind of insane. And there we go. Let's get into it now. Out wide to Boniface. I wanted that the Smith Rowe, but Emil will get it eventually. And that's a terrible pass. Palacios will get it back, though, after a loose ball. Now Smith Rowe. Out wide to Boniface. Victor Boniface now. Victor Boniface! That's a beautiful shot. Beautiful turn off the post. It just couldn't curl back into the net or go across the face of the net. Tella into Florian. Florian out wide into Palacios. Palacios down to Boniface. And Victor Boniface, great save from the keeper. And he's going to pick up a yellow card for that challenge earlier. And they might be behind. And Hoffenheim might have the lead. No, save by Kobel. Rebound. Kobel Kosanu got in the way of Kobel. Couldn't make the save. And Hoffenheim are on the verge of ruining everything. They are on the verge of ruining the streak here. It's 1-0 for Fabio Vieira. I told you he's the best player. He might be the one to put the first L in the column. Surely we can score, right? Florian Wirtz into Petrusik. Quickly close that down, and just like that, we're back level. Have some of that, Hoffenheim. It's 1-1. Have some of that, EA, trying to make me lose. Can't do that, buddies. You can't do that. We might be looking for a draw here. Kosanu now in towards Archie Gray. Archie Gray sweat that into Palacios. A beautiful ball. Palacios now out wide to Florian Wirtz. Crossed in. Blocked off. It's going to be cleared. That's going to be game over. A 1-1 draw. We survived the loss, which is fair enough. We survived the loss, which is all you can hope for sometimes. But now we take on Inter Milan. Next up, we do have Inter Milan back in the Champions League semifinals here. This is their lineup. They have Thuram, Lautaro Martinez, Nanto, Ahmed, Pedri. Honestly, pretty much unchanged from any of the group stage games that we played against them. Same kind of goes the deal for us as well, with Smith Rowe on the left-hand side, Mullen down the right-hand side, Boniface then Wirtz down the middle with Xhaka and Palacios sitting just behind them, controlling that midfield. First leg up against Inter Milan, second time. We beat them last time out in the Europa League semifinals last season on our quest to eventually win that Europa League. Can we do the same now again here? First game away from home. Boniface into Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe into Palacios. He'll fall back for Smith Rowe. His shot saved by Summer and out for a corner. Jonathan Tah down to Xhaka and Granit. Can you find Boniface? You do, but Boniface a little bit too outside. Back to Granit Xhaka. He'll have another crack at it. That one's off target. Ahmed Diallo into Thuram, and Thuram now is in behind, and Thuram will find Bradella, and Bradella will find the keeper's hands, and we will go halftime 0-0 here. Florian Wirtz on said corner. Can we find Boniface? We do. That one's off target, or that one's saved, I should say. And whoever was back post there couldn't connect to it to keep it in, so it'll be another corner here. And this one's going to go straight to the keeper, isn't it? No, Boniface might get there. He does get there, and Boniface finally wins the header over Bisek. And he finally finds a back of net. It's 1-0 for Bayer Leverkusen here. Daniel Mullen into Wirtz now. Wirtz into Boniface. Now down to Smith Rowe, and here we come, and here we go. It's 2-0 for Bayer Leverkusen. And the gates have started to open up now. Cross comes in. DeMarco wins the header. Kobel was coming out to grab it. Thankfully, DeMarco just heads it over the bar. Frimpong now down the right-hand side. Frimpong crossed in. Patrick Schick is in. Patrick Schick will connect to it. 3-0 for Bayer Leverkusen. It's a lot easier than the first leg of the Europa League, I'll tell you that much. And we might be into the final of the Champions League after only one leg of action in the semis. Look at that finish. Summer try to come out. Bastonia is in no man's land. It's 3-0 for Bayer Leverkusen. Dumfries into Lautaro. It's actually Bradella into Pavard. They got to get the field. They don't get up the field. A 3-0 win away from home in the first leg. We can simulate through that second leg, which means we will play Borussia Dortmund to wrap today's episode up. As far as playing, we will get through the semifinal today, but we can go ahead and play Borussia Dortmund. I was going to sim through it because I was assuming the second leg was a little bit tougher, but it ended up not having to be. Here we go, Leverkusen versus Borussia Dortmund. Probably the only team left in these last 3 games that can take a win off of our belt, or give us our first L, I should say. There's been many teams that take the win that have drawn, but we have not lost. Yes, and Dortmund's going to be the closest one, but we might be up 1-0 early. No, Boniface is stayed by Lunin. Frimpong into Boniface, and now Victor Boniface, and Victor Boniface saved by Lunin. I forgot Lunin, or Kobos was the Dortmund player as well. That's why they have a different goalkeeper. I totally forgot about that. Blinked completely. A corner here, though, for Bayer Leverkusen. Crossed in. Boniface. No, he just couldn't connect to the header at all. Now Granit Xhaka into Florian Wirtz. And Florian Wirtz now against Schlotterbeck. And Florian Wirtz is in behind. And Florian Wirtz. Can we finally break the deadlock? No, off the post. Free kick here for Borussia Dortmund. It's Calhanoglu on the free kick. Can he connect to it cleanly? No, he skies it well over the bar. And Ethan and Warrior will come on for Emil Smith Rowe. Jonathan Tah is there. Adeyemi kept possession though, and Adeyemi now. Jonathan Tah will recover nicely. Wirtz now down to Ethan, and Ethan is gone down the left-hand side. The youngster. Nobody's really there with him, no. Only Schlotterbeck. He'll find Patrick. He'll find Wirtz. Can he switch the field all the way over to Frimpong? Now first time cross in. That's a terrible cross, to be honest. Ethan and Warrior half wins it back. It will fall for Wirtz. Down to Granit Xhaka. And Granit Xhaka from distance blocked out for another corner. I swear to the Lord, if Dortmund somehow managed to win this one now. Gramado wins the ball back, but he'll lose at the same time. And Adeyemi down the byline. Adeyemi. The AI is turning to a byline rat. Shot blocked by Gramado. Can Jonathan Tah clear it? He will find Ethan. Now into Granit. Granit Xhaka now down into Wirtz. Wirtz has Schick, but he also has Archie, and Archie might be in behind now, and Archie great to win it. No, saved for a corner. It's either going to end 1-0 for Leverkusen or 0-0. Granit Xhaka crossed in. Patrick Schick is in. Patrick Schick saved by Lunin again. It's a great save. And Xhaka, last chance. Patrick Schick gets up. Lunin saves again. This is 100% the last chance now. On the other side of the field, Florian Wirtz to whip it in. Patrick Schick to get up. No. Ethan and Warrior win the header. Back in the box. Jonathan Tah, first time finish. No. Why did Gramado, whoever was there, not touch that? It's 0-0. How have we not managed to win it at the end there? A great save by Lunin 2 times. And somehow, some way, Borussia Dortmund survive a loss. But we are celebrating. We have won the title. And I'm assuming we're going to lift the trophy here. This might be our last home game. I'm assuming we're just going to lift our trophy here anyway, so I'm just going to let it play out. We are your Bundesliga champions. We kind of already knew that, though. We had to lose like the last 4 or 5 games to actually not be Bundesliga champions. But Bayern Munich did well to actually stay up with us. But we will go ahead and lift that trophy any second now. And Jonathan Tah will lift that trophy for the 2nd season running. And at the end of the season, we finally get the European Timber position changed to a center back. He'll change absolutely nothing because he is obviously still injured. Is he still injured though? I thought he was coming back. He was 100% coming back. No, he's back in 4 months. Did it not just say he was back from injury? I could have sworn he was back from injury. Unless that was that might have been last season. Who knows? That could have been last season, to be fair. Actually, it was last season. I think it was last season. Wow, Jurgen Timmer got injured back-to-back season. Champions League semifinals against Inter Milan. Second leg, we're going to go here. It's the same team for them. It's going to be the same team for us. We are going to go ahead and simulate through it as we look to end the episode on a high note, looking to book our ticket into the final of the Champions League, set up a perfect possible series finale, at least a season finale nonetheless next episode. But hopefully, a series finale. That would be 0-0 after 90 minutes. 3-0 on aggregate. And Bayer Leverkusen are your Champions League finalists. We are in back-to-back European finals. One in the Europa League, which we won it after beating Inter Milan in the semifinals. Now we are in the Champions League final after beating Inter Milan in the semifinals once again. We are Inter's thorn side in this series so far. Will the series end next episode or not? Come back to find out who will be taking on. You will find out who we take on next episode. We have 2 games left to go in the season, which we might just end up playing both of them, as we only have really 3 games left to go. See if we can wrap up the perfect invincible season here, or will we go ahead and suffer some losses along the way? We only have 2 chances, and then we'll have the Champions League finals, and come back for that one for sure. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.